Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. Today we're taking a look at the 86 rated gold Lionel Messi card for FC26. This will be my first review put out this year, and this is the best card, spoiler, that I've used this year. He's been phenomenal, very, very good, absolutely worth the price, and yeah, we'll just go ahead and talk about him. So it's Lionel Messi. I guess, you should know everything there is to know about this card. He does have Tiki Plus instead of Tech Plus this year. Tech Plus is quite good. Tiki is, I'd say they're both, A tier, S tier playstyles though, so both ways is going to work out quite well for you. It is a little bit more beneficial if you get a lot of attackers nearby him, so, rather than maybe use him out on the wing where, there's some space between everyone, I'm using him at false 9 striker, which is perfect. It's been a false 9 plus plus with the, it's false 9 attack, which is a new role put out this year. And I've loved him, absolutely loved him. He's been phenomenal for me. A couple highlights with the Tiki Plus, obviously with that false 9 roll, he drops back, but then the other attackers kind of get into that space, and the Tiki is perfect for that. Tech Minus, Quick Step, Incisive, all very good playstyles there. Dead Ball I haven't really been able to experiment with much. Game Changer, the Travellas don't work from outside the box, which is perfectly fine for me this year, but inside, nice to have every once in a while. But then the Finesse Shot, also a big deal with the kind of mid-tier 80 shootings. It's Messi, he really should should have higher, right? But yeah, he's been one of the better finishers I've used. Actually, the best. Not one of the better ones, definitely the best. 92 Composure, I think, helps with that. 80 reactions, I think you might notice a little bit if you're trying like a bunch of skill combos with him, but the rest of the dribbling stats are so high, you're really not going to notice. The 70 stamina, you should point out, maybe 70th-ish minute, he does get a little bit harder to dribble with. But at that point of the year, or at that point of the game, you're trying to take advantage of the opponents having a little bit lower stamina, maybe use his passing instead of his dribbling towards the end of the match. But yeah, I've loved this card so much. His body type's exceptional. He's, without Neymar in this year, he's probably the best body type left in the game. False 9 plus plus is a role I've really liked so far, and yeah, he's got just about everything you could want, so would be nice with a first touch. I mean, it's Messi, only one dribbling playstyle. It's, you think he deserves a little bit more, but beyond that, we're going to get right on into the highlights with him. The first match, unfortunately, I have shadows off, but it's a match with shadows, which is strange. Yeah, getting on into it with him here. I suppose a goal off of a short corner, not necessarily the most exciting goal with him. But I think the main thing you're going to want to point out with it, or that we'll kind of look through this review, is just the attacking positioning. That false 9, again, just working out so well for me. Here's another short corner. You'll just see the goalkeepers are a bit powerful this year. You really want to power up your shots as much as you can. That instance I did not. But here's going to be a little shot cancel with him. We've got a roulette into the 4-star skill move Elasco. It's going to be a finesse shot. That'll find the back of the net, no problem. Good little skill run from him there. And yeah, I mentioned with the reactions, I think, the skills can be a little bit tough. You just don't want to be doing it a little bit too late when you're too near the opponents. So in that one, when you've got tons of space, it's going to be very easy with him. There's some great link-up play. Kind of the run from behind, we'll talk about that a lot through this review as well, is just he drops off, but then he becomes kind of a late runner in this one. What an interesting goal this is, right? We'll look at this once more. Least Lionel Messi goal you'll ever see. Imagine him performing a rainbow flick, or really any skill move, right? But there we go, with the balance as well to get over the little bump from the defender, and then Nick Pope not pull off his line whatsoever. It stays on the line, and we chip him anyway, so creative little goal there. Fun little one to score, I suppose. We are getting up through the division, so this is, I think, we're either Div 5 or Div 4 for rivals in a lot of these. The long shots we're really not able to get going this year, so those, I'd say, just try to utilize your opportunities and get into the box instead of risking the long shot. I don't think I've really scored one yet. Here's just some basic left stick. You're kind of baiting the defender to get them to go one way or the other. Good composure with the ball roll into the near post finish. You just wait for the goalkeeper movement to get out of the way for you there. Yeah, even if you're not a skiller, the left stick is going to be perfectly fine. Again, you're just kind of trying to convince the opponent you're going to go one way, and then the left stick with the turn is going to be good enough to get back the other way, right? So, got a good little move here. You can see him, that false 9 getting him slightly wide. A little lucky with some of the touches there, but great finish. Takes it all down there well under pressure. But yeah, he's just in open space with a false 9. You'll see here again, yeah, he's not getting in behind for you, but it's Messi. I mean, this is perhaps the most realistic I've been able to play with him. Good to get around the sand tackle there. Yeah, it feels very realistic, so I'm happy with that there. The false 9's coded in a way that you could see him actually doing in real life, right? One of the, maybe not the most realistic FIFA ever with him. You could say 21 or 22. I felt like I really truly had a Messi realistic card, but This year, I mean, for just positioning's sake, and kind of how you're using him in game, one of the more genuine Messi feeling cards I think I've used. So last year I wasn't too big of a fan of him, unfortunately. This year I'm thinking, he might be the one. So got some nice link and play there. You can see the Tiki being great, finishing there, top of the box, enough power, perfectly good there. If you're somebody who's worried about that false 9++ roll, there will be a couple clips here of him. First of all, like, here's the run from deep with him. And even though the 77 pace, we'll get into the box just fine there. But even if you're worried about like missing out the advanced forward actual runs and behind, we're going to score quite a few through balls with him. He's the most forward player, of course, on the pitch, being the lone striker. So he's always the one to receive in situations like this. You can tell he's sitting on that back line, and the opponent pulls their players out of position. We're going to get him through, like, it's absolutely no problem there. But yeah, the false 9, I'd say, kind of stops. You can see him making a run there. He's going to make another one here as well. I think this is just a turnover, and we'll get... I think this is one getting... no, it's not. I'm thinking of a different clip. I want to take advantage of a little give and go with the tiki-takas there. Yeah, it's... The false 9 will make a run for you. It's very accessible as, like, the furthest man forward to get that first touch on. But if there's space, I mean, you'll see there, he is making his forward runs. It's not like last year's false 9 where they're just kind of really stationary. But he's making sure he's in space, he's accessible. So for somebody like this with the dribbling and all that, this is going to be... I think the best card you can go for if this is the kind of style you want to emulate. He's been really, really good for me. But even still here, like, that looks like an advanced forward run, and then he stops. He comes back to get it. So utilize the Tiki on him and Bernardo Silva here. A little bit of tech trying to get on through, I believe. And then he used Tiki combination there again. Not enough power in the shot. Unfortunate from me. But yeah, it's some lovely combination play you can get with him there. Especially if you can surround him maybe with another Tiki player. CC here has Tiki base. Again, a beautiful play from those two there, right? So, I just want to say, like, if you've got a false 9 player, don't be afraid to try that rollout on them. I know everyone's going to default to the advanced forward and just try to get the runs in behind, especially because the meta right now is the pace. Yeah, I'm still getting those runs in behind, but it's not, like, ever wasteful. If it's a good run, he'll make it, but he's not forcing them. This is one of the better skill runs. Oh, unfortunate on the balance there. One of the... better skill runs I have had this year, but I think we'll get a better one towards the end of this video. Yeah, 77 pace, I suppose, which we should talk about as well, because I know a lot of people are going to be off-put by that. We'll watch this one again. That's a double skill cancel of the same skill move. Poor guy. Poor opponent there. This is the L1 McGeady spin, but then the L2 R2 cancel. Yeah, he's still making that run there. 77 pace, not too big of a concern for me. Little cancel. You can tell the opponent reacts to that and just gets enough space. That's an L2 fake shot. And then L2 running fake shot, I suppose. And then, yeah, beautiful finish across the net there. But then a situation like this, yeah, maybe a little bit deeper, but then he makes the run towards the end, so it works out like he's not foregoing the forward run. So again, like the false 9++, I really genuinely have been a fan of this year, and it's nice, because I was a big user of the 4-3-5, the false 9 in FC24. It's always one I've tried to use in the past FIFAs. Excuse me there. But last year it was coded so badly on the false 9 build-up. Maybe the build-up's better this year. I haven't really messed with it too much myself yet. But yeah, the attacking AI of him I think is so good. This is the goal I was talking about. We'll definitely go through the dribbling here. 4-star skill move Elastico, L1 side chop, heel to heel. Great finish there. We'll watch this one once more. The spacing is so good on this first skill move, because I'm trying to set it up specifically for the second one. But then how many times do you watch somebody who gets to do this, is the L2 fake shot stop to this little drag to drag touch right around KDB. 4-star Elastico cuts inside. I mean, that's a beautiful, genuinely beautiful goal. And that's Messi with the balance, the composure, and his body type, all of that right. But yeah, I've talked a lot about false 9 being this kind of varied. Like, you can see him getting the first touch there, but he's still going to make his run in behind. He's getting on forward here, right? The 77 pace, I think, again, was going to turn some people away. He's still getting in behind for me. I mean, this is him. Yeah, maybe you got to do an extra touch there instead of your Ekatikes, your Gyökeres, who's going to be just absolutely blowing the opposition away, right? But, like, for me, this is him on 77. Opponent brings out the goalkeeper a little bit, but, like, he's still perfectly fine with these runs, so... I'd say don't let the pace, don't let the stamina, any of those downsides. He's also on 0 chem, we should mention. He's hard to link, but I'm just not bothering with the chem for him, and he's done this well in the video. He's still the best player I've used on 0, so Definitely a recommended card, I think, for 20k for an attacker. A striker, if you're looking for this kind of build-up, nobody you can get is going to be any better, right? So yeah, he's going to come highly recommended, and this should be out on general release date. So if you just picked up the game, weren't a part of it early access, and you're looking for a striker, hopefully this video can help convince you of who's been my favorite player on this game so far. So if you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.